All right, and I'm gonna mute this for myself. All right, cool. So if you guys are watching this over on YouTube, just a quick little like PSA. Super cool thing. One of the viewers, Amara, brought over a interesting comment that popped up over on the NGS headline. So if you didn't get a chance to watch the NGS headline on the second, it goes over a lot of really cool things. We've got information for the Redham Desert, so on and so forth. But super cool thing was this comment. Actually, I'll pull up the screenshot. Was right here. This comment. Thank you, Arcs, for sending us your comments and feedback regarding this episode. As of November 5th, the NGS team has reviewed all of them. And as of November 5th. Meanwhile, this came out on what, November 2nd? Yeah. So took 3 days, reviewed everything. So as of November 5th, we've reviewed all of them. We will prioritize addressing and investigating the following issues: Katana's mobility, more challenging gameplay elements, a bug that occurs when players sit in a chair in Central City. If you'd like to send us comments and feedback, please post them using the Twitter. All right, please post them on Twitter using the hashtag NGS headline. Oh yeah, that's so weird to read. Using the hashtag NGS headline hashtag. Yeah, great. Once again, thank you very much for your support for NGS. So cool. They're going to be addressing Katana mobility, as well as more challenging gameplay elements. And then apparently there's a bug that has some problems when you sit in a chair in Central City. That one's kind of like whatever, not a big deal. This is great. To be perfectly honest, I personally never had that big of an issue with Katana's mobility. However, there's been this large outcry from the community about Katana not having a gap closer. For those of you guys who didn't play base PSO2, Katana had a gap closer called Morning Mistweaver or Asagiri, if you play it on JP. And you were able to move the absolute furthest. When I say the absolute furthest, I mean like legitimately, because this existed, there was a Katana that was able to use this PA at all times, and that was just the mobility Katana. You would use it to move from place to place. Now, I personally never found it to be that important anymore, just because we've got photon dash and things of that sort, and movement PAs required two things to be useful. One, PP could not be like too expensive, and two, you had to be able to use it. If you couldn't use it, your mobility really suffered. So personally, to me, I thought this was totally fine not having mobility PAs in the game. However, the community has already had this outcry. They want more gap closing. They want more Katana mobility overall. I personally think something like a quick cut mechanic, something very similar to what Phantom had back in base PSO2, would fit Katana a lot more than just a movement PA. Because perfectly honest, if that movement PA isn't cheap enough and doesn't move me faster than a photon dash, I'm not touching it anyway. It doesn't really matter what it is. Or if I need to stay aerial, that's the only other reason you ever use it. But I think something like a quick cut mechanic done right, not necessarily the quick cut mechanics that Jet Boots and that Twin Daggers have at the moment, but one done really well, I think would work really well. I think personally right now, the quick cut mechanic we have at the moment just doesn't go far enough. I think it should go much further. I think it should have better vertical reach. Because staying on top of your target, a highly mobile target, is very important for melee, and having to stop to dash is kind of annoying as well. But I just want to give you guys my quick thoughts on these. This is actually really cool that they've even just addressed this. This is one of the things that I didn't really think they would go into. And just so you guys can see, like, it's a comment on the actual video. It's pinned to the very top. You can see it completely here, which is super dope. But they're looking at the hashtag NGS headline, hashtag that's being used over on Twitter, as well as they're looking at comments. So super dope. I'm actually I don't want to say like over the moon, but I'm actually further excited about the level of transparency the devs have had with the community recently, addressing really difficult situations. And when I say difficult situations, I mean like people being in an uproar and outrage about things, people being overly negative consistently. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be critical of the game itself. People have been overly negative, in some points abusive and attacking of a lot of devs, and it's really hard for a dev team to specifically actively want to engage with the community like that. So it does show that they're ready to just take those lumps and also provide great information about moving forward, which, I mean, hey, don't be that guy. You can be critical without being an asshole. It's not that hard. But some people feel like they have to be that way to get their point across, and that's totally fine. Just know that much like you can say those things and get results, people can react to those things in the whatever way they like to, because that's how consequences work. Anyway, I'm super dope. I'm excited to see these things coming up, because Katana definitely did need some mobility, in my opinion. It was kind of stagnant and stuck in place. You were very much like waiting for someone to attack and attacking back, or step countering in most cases. So that's it. I can ramble on all day long, but I'm gonna go back to streaming because that's what we're doing today. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next one. Take care. Peace out.